Come in. Come in. Welcome. Welcome. It's me and my crystal ball that I'm reading tonight. It's saying right now that you're going to be watching another webisode of Galui's Mood Food real soon. Wait, it's saying something else. It's saying that we're going to tempt your taste buds. Hey everybody, welcome! You're watching another webisode of Galui's Mood Food. I'm really excited about this webisode because we're doing our take and what we did on an Italian dessert, the cannoli. Okay, we're going to be making a Cannoli Cups, and we're also going to be making a cannoli frozen cannoli sandwich. Okay? Cannoli frozen sandwich, frozen cannoli sandwich. But we're going to start with the cups. Alright, I've got oil here, and it's vegetable oil. I've got it preheating, and I do have this on here. Notice I don't have long sleeves on, okay? I'm just wearing basics here. So, the oil's popping a little bit. I'm going to turn it down while I show you what's going on here in our bowl. We've got a mold here. We've got our bowl here. You're going to need really the basic simple ingredients for this and the basic simple utensils for this. You don't need to go out and buy yourself a cannoli mold. You don't have to buy all the piping tools, all that stuff, and you don't have to go out and buy store-bought cannolis. This is something that's going to wow, I mean really wow everybody in your family or your friends, any party that you host or any party that you go to. They're going to be a hit, guaranteed. So what we've got here is a mini muffin pan. That's our mold right there. So you get a mini muffin pan. You can pick them up very, pretty much inexpensive. You know, at different stores and that. And we're going to be using a piece of wax paper that is double, and we already kind of fitted around one of them. So that's what's going to go on. And then get yourself a lightweight towel or napkin, and that's going to be our next process. So I'll show you what's going to go on from there. I just wanted to kind of show you what we're going to be using. You're going to need yourself a pair of tongs. Alright, your oil's at a nice temp right now. We don't use a thermometer. What we use is dropping a little bit of the egg in there to make sure that the oil is hot enough. If it's smoking, you're way past the point. Okay, so we put it on like a medium-high setting for the oil that we're using. You don't need a lot of oil, again, like I said. In this, we have 2 large eggs in this bowl already. To this, we're going to be adding a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Got my tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. And we're going to be adding 3 tablespoons of sugar. Alright, we're going to mix this all up right here. And then I'm going to tell you about the wrappers that we're going to be using here. So while I'm mixing here, I cut my heat back just a little bit, and I will turn it back up. But you want to have it nice and hot so these aren't getting all soggy and everything. That's looking beautiful right now. So I'm gonna finish mixing this because this needs to beat up pretty well together, and you're just using a fork. A small bowl, 2 large eggs, a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice, and 3 tablespoons of sugar. Come on back, you're watching Galui's Mood Food. Stay tuned because you don't want to miss this webisode. Hey, welcome back. This is one webisode you won't want to miss. We're doing the Cannoli Cups right now. We've got our egg in here, we've got our pumpkin pie spice, and we got our sugar. We're just going to beat that up, make sure everything's really good and incorporated. We've got our oil on probably about a medium high. We don't do the temperature thermometer thing. We test it with a little bit of this. That oil's ready, okay? That's how you know. It's not smoking, it's not overheated. It's just enough that when you put that little bit of mixture in, that it starts bubbling and it comes to the top immediately. So what we have here is our round wraps, okay? These are used normally for dumplings. It's like a wonton wrap. They're beautiful, they're thin, they're round. You get like 60 of these, okay, per package at $2 something, which is a beautiful thing. You want to find these in your produce department along your organic aisle where like your tofu and all that is. So that's just a little helpful hint from your
Ziapala.
There you go.
Zipala.
So I'm going to show you how to do these. We are going to need 16 of these total. So we're going to dip them. And you keep that away from you. No long sleeves to catch on fire or burn. You want to take that, you want to dip it. These go really quick. Okay, so have a pair of tongs set aside. I'm going to show you how to do the first couple. We're going to finish them up. Listen to that sizzle. Beautiful. We got our heat set at about, again, a medium high heat. I'll show you what this looks like here in a sec. And do not walk away. You do one at a time. But they're well worth it. They're going to get a little poofy on you. Yeah, poofy.
Poofy.
Poofy like my hair sometimes. See that? Isn't that beautiful? Now, make sure you do have a nice lightweight towel. Don't use a pot holder for this. And that you have a piece of wax paper that's doubled. Look at that. Drain off the excess. Put it onto one of these beauties right there. Alright. You don't want to push down too hard. And again, it's very hot. So that's where your tea towel comes in handy. And you just kind of want to form it around one of these little beauties. And again, it's one at a time, but you'll see how gorgeous these all come out in the end, and it is very much well worth it. So you got the smile on your face, and you can say, I made these myself. And some people won't believe you, because they just come out so absolutely wonderful. You want to hold it for about 30 seconds. And not press down too heavily. It's mainly coming in from the sides with this. If your heat gets a little too warm, just turn it down about a half a notch, okay? Again, we don't do thermometers. We go by the egg test on this. So you lift that up right there. And you lift your wax paper off right there. And look at that gorgeous little cup. Beautiful. It's got all that pumpkin pie spice in it. It's got the sugar. It's got the egg in it. Set it off to the side. You want to do all these. You want to let them cool. So I'm just going to keep on doing these. I'm going to show you another one, okay? And watch, because they fool you. You think you got one, it might be two. We're going to dip that in there. Cover it real good. Drain the excess. And lay it in. Hear that sizzle? Beautiful. And it does go quick in here. So it's not like you're spending all day on one. Look how fast that went. That beauty right there is ready. Drain your oil off. Put it onto your small muffin tin. Put that around it. Grab your towel. Do the same thing over again. Just squeeze it in from the sides. I'll show you this one here. Just get you familiarized with a couple of them. Put you a towel underneath also, so this just doesn't slip and slide around, because you need this close enough to the heat to work since you're doing it yourself. And you can kind of gauge it. It feels right. It feels right. Lay that aside. Put that aside. So you're using the same thing there. Look at that gorgeous little goodie. We're going to put that right there next to the other one. Alright, I'm going to do one more here. And we're going to keep going until we get these all done. Drain that off. And that sizzle, that's a nice sizzle. It's not smoking. They're puffing up nice. Well, maybe I didn't have that on for quite 30 seconds on that one. But again, you can always flip it back over. And while this little puppy is doing its thing in here, see, it's not as hot, you can kind of remold that. There we go. Alright, put that one over. Beautiful. Put that over it. Put your towel over. We're going to keep going. And again, you don't want to push down on them. You just want to take your tea towel and you want to push the sides in on them to form that cup. And give them about 30 seconds each to cool and get that shape. Again, I didn't let the last one do it. I got a little anxious. Turning my heat right down right now while I'm talking, so I can get this one formed here and let you know that these are absolutely going to be wonderful. I'm going to finish the rest of them. We're going to come back and we're going to show you the filling, how to make the filling for this. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're watching another episode of Galui's Mood Food. Hey everybody, we're back. Galui's Mood Food. Woo-hoo! Cannoli Cups. I'm so excited. Because you don't need to go out and buy all those fancy making things and all this, that, and the other jive. Look at these beauties right here. Check this out. I'll show you one up close. We made them, dusted them with powdered sugar. Okay? I'm going to set these off to the side right now. We got a whole beautiful platter of these right here. They're going off into no man's land right now. I'm going to show you how we make the filling. Okay? Now this filling is for both the cannoli cups, and this filling is also for our frozen cannoli sandwiches. Okay? So it's a twofer. Yeah, I said twofer. Alright, so we're going to do a pound of ricotta cheese. Ricotta. If you don't speak the Speckenzy Italiano, It's ricotta cheese. But you gotta get all that good stuff out right there. Alright, there we go. Dump it. Alright, next is 2/3 cup powdered sugar. Right here. That's going in. Alright. Then we're going to do 1.5 teaspoons of orange zest. We've got an orange here. Okay? Now, we have a zester here. It's our handy dandy zester. If you don't have a zester, no biggie. If you got a box grater, use the little flashy star side. That'll do just the same. But we're going to grate with our zester. And don't go into the white because that's kind of bitter. You just want that beautiful orange zest. And go ahead and grate a little more because you're going to want it for a topping on your cannoli cups later. If you don't do it now, go ahead and do it at the end. So we're going to do 1.5 teaspoons. There's my teaspoon. Beautiful. Oh, it smells so good. And 1/2. You don't really even have to measure this. Just kind of put in what you think you want and how much orange zest you like. That's going in, but we are putting in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. So let me get my trusty things out here. There's a teaspoon. And we're going to put 1/2 in here of vanilla. Alright. Put that down there.
Whip it up, girl.
Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to whip it first. I get anxious. I get anxious for the chocolate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright. Hey, at least I can do this, is wipe up a little bit of my stuffing puffins there. So I'm going to bang that off right there. Lay that right there. I'm going to get my handy dandy mixer out here. And I'm going to mix this really well and really thorough together. Hopefully this thing's not on to scare the heck out of me. Alright, you want to mix these ingredients extremely well together. Get your powdered sugar into that ricotta and your vanilla and your orange zest. Turn that mixer up. Oh yeah! You want everything incorporated extremely well!
Ah!
Yeah, extremely well. Oh, if you can smell this right now. This in itself is a beautiful thing. It really is. There's no denying it. Okay. Now that the zest, the ricotta, oh, it's hitting me. The vanilla, powdered sugar is in there. We whipped it up extremely good. We're going to lower that down. Clean those beaters off a little bit. Now look, the orange is still on there, so we got to get that back in there. We really, really do. Alright, we could even do this over a commercial break, but you got to get that orange zest back in there. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to add the chips to this. And again, I'm not going to leave that orange zest hanging onto these beaters. It needs to be in there, okay? So I can do this and look at that. Huh? Alright, we got the orange zest in there. Now what am I gonna do for you?
Well, you make a lot of noise over there.
What am I gonna do for you? Alright, since this is Italiano, beautiful dessert day, I'm gonna put a half a cup of chips in here. I can't see. Well. Alright, that says a cup, so I'll put half those in. Alright, a little over because I like the chocolate. Sue me, okay? So put whatever you want in there. I'm going to mix it by hand here. Oh my God, is this gorgeous. Just gorgeous, and the fragrance is unbelievable in itself. Alright, check this out. That's your filling for both. That's for the cannoli cups and for the frozen cannoli sandwiches. That's what we're going to be using. Just also happens that, what a beautiful thing this is. We made this 2 hours ahead of time, another batch of this. Put this in the fridge for 2 hours. Beautiful thing. Just cover it with some plastic, put it in the fridge. And we're going to do a quick change out here. And we're going to start filling those cannoli cups for you. So here we go. Hey, we're back. This is the beauty of the camera and filming things. We've had this batch here in the refrigerator for like 2 hours. Beautiful thing. Alright, it lets the flavors meld together. That's a wonderful thing. So it gives you that opportunity. And again, unbelievable. I'm going to start filling some of these here for you. And this is our take on an absolutely wonderful Italian dessert that we can't give higher compliments to. The cannoli. And we're doing cannoli cups. So just get yourself a couple teaspoons here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at these beauties. We're going to fill all of these. Again, you're watching Galui's Mood Food. Let me show you what we got so far, okay? Oh, let me fill these other ones here. Right here. Check that out. Isn't that a beauty? It's a beauty. You're watching Galui's Mood Food. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay? And this is Cannoli Cups. Hey everybody! We made the Galui's Cannoli Cups. They're absolutely beautiful. You will be the hit of any party that you host or go to. Take these along with you. What we had done is when we had dusted them with the powdered sugar, we filled them like we said we were going to do, but we also took a little bit of extra orange zest just to brighten them up, and the flavor of that orange is just unbelievable, and the smell is absolutely wonderful. But these are our cannoli cups, and they are Galui's cannoli cups.
It's our twist on them.
It's our twist on them, is absolutely right. And again, you can take these anywhere with you, and you can be very proud of them because you can say you made them yourself. And people are going to want to know the recipe because they are delicious and they're absolutely beautiful. So stay tuned.
We're going to show them how to make our frozen cannoli sandwiches next.
Cannoli sandwiches.
So,
And that's going to blow people's minds, as well as these will, because these look like they took forever and a day to make, and they don't. So we'll see you in the next webisode in just a few minutes. We're doing a back-to-back thing. So we're going to continue this. And we're going to do you the frozen cannoli sandwiches. And you're going to want to see this. So stay tuned. See you in a few. Hey! We're back. It's Paula. And Julius is manning the camera.
hello.
Hello. And he's got
The toe.
the girl there.
Yeah.
The girl there. So if
Yeah.
you hear woo, you know, it's the toe. It's the girl. Anyway, we've got our oil on here. Again, we're basically doing the same thing as we did our cannoli cups. Yeah, I went. Yeah. But these are frozen cannoli sandwiches. These are something that we completely created, and they are absolutely freaking wonderful. You're going to love these. Guaranteed, bar none. Alright, the only thing we did different, everything is the same. The only thing we did different is we added, I gotta look at my little cheat sheet here, a teaspoon of cocoa powder to what we already had in our egg mixture before. So we did the egg mixture exactly the same, and we added a teaspoon of cocoa powder, okay? Now this time we're not going to form them on the back of that mini muffin pan. We're just going to do them flat out, and they're going to be wonderful. So we got our oil heating. We're going to turn it down a little bit to about halfway on the heat so they cook through all in all. If they start blowing up a little bit, just take your tongs and poke them down. That's all. And that's what we did the first time. And you gotta watch because they fool you. They're thin, and sometimes you get 2 in 1. So we're gonna do this. And the ingredients is the exact same filling as what we did in our cannoli cups. So this is a beautiful thing. You can do 2 in 1, have 2 different desserts for your family, your friends, your guests, any party, any event that you host or you go to. Now that's beautiful. So we're about midway on our heat. It's about halfway up. Again, we don't have a thermometer, but we know what the heat is, and when they start blowing up a little bit, just poke them down like we did the first ones.
Pop the bubble.
Pop the bubble. And again, it doesn't take long, but these are actually a whole lot easier to do. So they're like little beautiful Italian frozen goodness. I can't explain it any better than that. I could, but my cameraman might go into shock and attack me. So just poke them down. Again, this has the cocoa powder in it, so you get that little hint of chocolate involved in the whole thing. And like the first ones, just like that, when you pick it up, if it doesn't fall over on you, it's done, okay? That's the secret to the whole thing. Just want to lay these flat out on a paper towel. Oh, almost threw it in the oil by itself. Bad, 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 Paula. But I didn't. Put your next one in. We're going to keep going over these. Now again, we did, how many for the first ones?
Made 16. These ones you'll get, you're going to do 16 wraps, but they're only going to make 8 sandwiches.
There you go. Thank you very much. And we're going to keep on cooking these off and keep on poking the bubbles down. And we'll be back in just a few. Okay? And we'll have a bunch of these on a paper towel. And again, if you get any little strings, just to let you know, if you get any little strings off them, that's all goodness. Because that's all your sugars and your chocolate and your spices and everything else. So stay with us. You're watching Galui's Mood Food. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. These are the beautiful frozen cannoli sandwiches that we were talking about and that we made. Absolutely wonderful. Look at it. Big, beautiful, gorgeous sandwich here. And a bit of love in every bite. If you tasted these right now, they're unbelievable. I'm going to taste one. You're watching another webisode of Galui's Mood Food. Stay tuned for more. Take care. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. God. See you later. Try it.